This episode of Checking In With is sponsored by Pizza Packet. Enjoyed by millions nationwide, Pizza Packet provides portion-controlled, prepackaged spice and Parmesan packets. Made with only premium quality ingredients, Pizza Packet is the most convenient and most cost-effective way to provide added value to your customers. During these challenging times, every penny counts. Pizza Packet saves you time and money and is a much more hygienic and sanitary option over dirty shakers. Check out pizzapacket.com for all of your packaging needs.
Welcome to Checking In. I'm Josh Keown along with Executive Editor Denise Greer. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, Josh. Good morning, everyone.
Today we have on the show a world champion pizza maker, managing partner at Upper Crust Pizza in Akron, Ohio, and creator of one of my favorite pizzas that I've tasted at Pizza Expo, Nick Franchi. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Hello, welcome.
So first, let's talk about that gorgeous pizza. I don't think I saw a prettier pizza at last year's competition at the World Pizza Game or World Pizza Challenge. Can you tell us a little bit about what you did last year?
So last year we used Detroit style dough, and we made our pizza called it the Little Italy. However, we just opened a new location and we now named it the Vegas Champ.
Oh, nice.
So it is awesome. It's an awesome pizza. It's got spicy garlic sauce, basil, red onion, mushroom, and then it gets mozzarella provolone mix. We use grande cheese. It gets filet mignon, red peppers, Peruvian red peppers after it comes out with the balsamic glaze and fresh scallions. I mean, it's just an awesome flavor combination.
Make my mouth water right now.
Right. And at the show, I'm sure this is not on your menu, but it was laying on a bed of cheese. I mean,
yeah. So that was something extra that we did. That was just a white cheddar cheese that we caramelized in the oven for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And it just comes out and we form it for the pie, the size of the pie that it is. And I just set it right in there like a case, if you will, like a
That's awesome.
So you guys have, you're, like I said, multiple time world pizza champion. So like, do you guys market that a lot on your menu and on your website? I noticed it on your website, but I didn't know like how much you marketed that into your marketing.
We use it quite often. We have the awards hung up in the lobby, of course. It is on our menu. That is the most expensive pizza on our menu. It's the highlight, of our pizza side of our menu because we sell chicken as well. So that's like the highlight of our pizza side. We have a pizza side and then we have a chicken side on our menus, and that's the highlight. We talk about it, sometimes on our Facebook posts, and we talk about it within, sometimes just conversing with the customers, and they ask about the awards and so you guys really won, with this pizza here. You're like, yeah, this pizza here. Yeah. So we use it quite often.
All right, so Nick, tell us about what's been happening with Upper Crust since COVID-19. Where are you guys at right now, and kind of what have you experienced?
We've experienced a lot of change, like everyone has. The face masks, and a lot of the things. We just had to harp on a lot more. It's really, the just cleanliness, washing your hands, covering your mouth, when you cough and sneeze. But it's taught us a lot as far as, just that it taught us a lot about ourselves, that we had to overcome. Constantly when we do what we do, you have to overcome obstacles. And it's just that COVID has made us do that with just all the things that are set in place, having to deal with, people who are have a higher risk of it. And so they're a lot more concerned, but they still need to come out. They still want to eat with us. So just to accommodate them and really just change the whole operation in a way that it makes everyone feel comfortable to still come out and eat with us, is really.
Are you guys currently doing dine-in at all, or is just delivery carry-out? How's that going?
We only have one dine-in location, and we stopped it there as soon as this hit. So we're not doing any dine-in, just takeout and delivery, and it's been well for us.
So you guys have already kind of set up for this, ready to go. So it was already kind of built in for you.
Yeah. So we were just our biggest worries was being shut down, and thankfully here in Ohio that didn't happen for takeout and delivery. So we were able to, when people called us, oh, are you guys open? Yep, we're operating as normal. So we were blessed in that aspect of it kind of didn't affect our business except for the customer willing to come out and eat and be okay with other people handling their food. So we were blessed in that aspect.
Now, you guys have a pretty extensive menu. Did you have to adjust that any? Did you have to, reduce your menu items or change things around any?
No, we didn't take anything off the menu. We kept everything as is. That was something that me and my partner Isam, we agreed on, that let's just, as long as the government or the health officials don't say anything that we need to stop doing anything, let's try to keep it as normal as possible. So in a world where everything's not normal right now, so we kept that the same, and we actually added an item just recently.
What was that?
We started a soul box Sunday.
I
So it's
saw
not
that.
item, but it's a soul box. So it's the Southwest seasoned fries with sour cream and cheese, and you can get the filet box, or you can get the shrimp box, or you can get the surf and turf box, and then it'll have the filet, the shrimp, or both.
Yeah,
And
I saw that on your social media, and I was like, man, I wish Upper Crust was in Louisville, Kentucky, because I would be all over those boxes. That sounds amazing. Describe those boxes a little bit more. Like what's the thought process behind them, and what kind of goes into them.
Well, that soul box Sunday actually rooted from, or it stemmed from another box that we do called the Smash Box. So on Wednesdays is kind of like hump day. In the past, it's always been a slower day for us. So that's the day that we kind of plan for a special to be on. Just where we come from in the other locations that we've done, that's just how we do things. So when we open this location, we're like, Isam came up with the Smash Box. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was a little bit opposed. I was like, I don't know, I don't know if people are gonna like that combination, in the back of my head. And the first week we sold a few, and then the next week we sold a little more, and just every week we started gradually just selling a little more. And the box is awesome. It's the same thing as what I described before, but with chicken. So you have the Southwest fries, nacho cheese, sour cream, and then you got your boneless wings that are tossed in either buffalo barbecue or honey mustard, and then it gets ranch on the top of it. And that's the Smash Box. We saw that on Wednesday, so we kind of converted the protein, changed the protein up, and we do the soul box on Sunday.
So is this like in a regular pizza box, or what kind of takeout box is this going into?
It's in a small chicken box, like what you would get a 4-piece mixed chicken in, pretty much anywhere. And I think it's a 9x9x3 on that. So, and we just fill it up.
That's awesome.
And people have caught on, and it's kind of a thing now, and it's cool to see something like that.
How much are they selling now between the Smash box and the Soul box?
How many quantity-wise?
Yeah, quantity. How many are you going through?
Last week we sold 257 Smash boxes.
Wow.
And on Sunday, this was our second week doing it. We sold 110 soul boxes on Sunday.
Wow, and that's starting to be a pretty good anchor for your menu now.
Yeah, and they don't seem labor intensive to me. Are they pretty easy to assemble?
The Smash Box was actually it's pretty crazy.
Oh, is it?
Pretty crazy doing that amount of them along with our other chicken items. it makes that section, you know, you really have to bring the team to that section and to make things flow. But we've recently done some conversions and made a few modifications that make the process make more sense, because we didn't expect to be doing that many of them at first, and it wasn't a problem. And then when we started doing that amount, we're like, okay, this kind of has to be its own station. You know, it kind of has to be its own thing. So we've made that conversion. We're currently making those conversions now. We started with the soul box, the conversions, and now we're gonna translate them to the smash box. So it was a little crazy, but with this process, we had somebody help us out with the process, and it's awesome. I think it's awesome, and I think it's gonna make things a lot easier. And God willing, we'll start selling a few more, and you know, the process can help us out.
And you all, you sell quite a nice variety of pizza styles too. I mean, you're doing quite a few different crusts. Kind of tell us what all you're doing, because I know you're doing a lot of gluten-free, but you also have several different styles that you're working with.
Yeah, so we don't go by the size at our place. We go just by the crust. So each individual crust is its own size. If you want that crust, that's the size that it comes in. We have a 12-inch American pan, just a thick style, normal pizza pie. And then we have the thin crust, which is the same 12-inch, but it's a thin crust. We have the Detroit style that Josh had tasted in Vegas. The same way we make that dough. And we have a miracle crust. Now that is more like a whole grain wheat flour. We use some honey grain and oats, no sugar, no refined sugar. We use agave, so just a healthier option.
Is it a thicker, like I saw the miracle crust on there. I was like, I gotta ask him about this. So is it thicker, or what's you know?
It's like a bit more. It's in between like a pan style and a thin crust style.
Okay.
So it's, you know, it's probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, but it's very light, crispy. It's awesome. So we have, I think that's all of our regular dough, and then we have the 3 gluten-free. We have the ancient grain, we have the cauliflower crust, and then we have our Detroit style gluten-free.
Oh, that's a lot of offerings. So, as far as for those gluten-free option, what's the most popular? What sells the best of your gluten-free options?
We sell a lot of cauliflower crust, but second would have to be the Detroit style.
Yeah. Um, you know, with your crust styles, are you dealing with making several different doughs, or are you adapting one dough for multiple styles, or what are you dealing with your dough process?
Okay, so I left out one of the doughs. We also have a half sheet that we use for our half sheet and our full sheet.
Oh, wow.
So there was that one there. So the American pan, the thin crust, and the half sheet are all one dough. The crunch, Detroit crunch is one dough, and the miracle crust is its own dough, of course, and then the gluten free is its own dough. So we have 4 doughs that we make, and then the ancient grain and the cauliflower crust, we get that from our distributor.
I gotcha. That's cool. And you know, how are you able to balance that with your kitchen crew, as far as having so many different style of doughs to work with and make?
Well, as we start out, when we start out when we started out this location, me and my partner, we make all the dough until we find a baker. We usually try to find a baker, or somebody who's done dough before. If not, you know, you just train somebody up, you know, young guys just in high school, you know, maybe young women in high school, you know, that want to, you know, mess with dough, make dough, you know, maybe in the culinary field. So we like seek out people like that. But eventually we find 2 or 3, maybe 4, depending on the volume of the store, dough guys or, you know, bakers, and just have them come in early AM. They press the dough, wrap the dough, make the dough. They do everything dough. And by the time we open, you know, they've been there 4 or 5 hours a day. So we do about 4 or 5 hours a day, sometimes with 2 dough people. So about 10 hours a day in dough. and they just come early a.m. and they knock it out. And then when the crew comes in for the day, they kind of maybe around for 15, 20 more minutes, and then they roll out and they handle all of our dough.
Sounds like a great strategy to keep your dough consistent too.
Yep. It's all made in house. Yeah, we love it. It's all about the dough.
Well,
Yeah.
Nick, thanks for joining us today. It's really good to hear about the whole process. I mean, like, I'm super impressed with all those crusts, and if we're ever up that way, get to travel again, we'd love to come and see you.
Yes,
And
please do.
And we can't wait for the next International Pizza Challenge to try your next creation.
Yeah.
Are you already working something up?
We're working a few things out. We're totally bummed that we couldn't come see all of our friends and see you guys and be with you guys and fellowship with you guys. That was really hard on us. That was something that we look forward to every year. So we're kind of just practicing up, staying sharp on our skills, and just praying that we can do it this year.
Yeah, 2021 is going to be epic for all of us. There's going to be it's going to be a big cry fest, I think, with seeing everybody, and hopefully we'll be able to, not just bump elbows.
Right. All right, well, Nick, thanks for your time, and best of luck for the rest of this year.
Okay.
All right.
You go, guys.
Take care, Nick. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.